We are staying up. We are staying up. We are staying up. We are staying up. We got Premier League football next season.
All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. Jason, Bournemouth 1, Chelsea 3. We finally have ourselves a win. Wow, you know what? I've forgotten how to win, man. I've forgotten how to react to a win. We've been copying L's left, right, and center. L's falling out of our pockets. L's falling out left, right, and center for us. And it's a good feeling. Finally, we get the win. Honestly, every one of us expected a loss in this particular match against Bournemouth, but good to see some sort of fight. Good to see some sort of resilience as well. Even at 1-1, I thought that was wraps, but for us to hold on and then later on make that charge and get that victory. Look, to the owners, celebrate. You're going to see Premier League football. To Chelsea owners, Top Bowley and Iqbali, go out there, have a good meal tonight. You definitely deserve a very, very good meal. So go and do that. Frank Lampard finally snaps out of his Elathon, which is great to see. And hopefully there's some sort of feel-good factor. Do you know what? This game did bring some vibes. This game definitely brought some feel-good factor. And I think, finally the players can have a little bit of, carefree, sense in their mind. And yeah, let's build on this, man. For whatever little bits we have left in this particular season, let's build on this. We got Nottingham Forest next up, and let's try and really, really progress and get a victory on that one as well. And whatever the remaining matches, City, Man United, Newcastle, let's really make it difficult for them to get something out of our match, and let's try and get something out of them as well, and try and see where we finish up. Look, the match in itself, ladies and gentlemen, the lineup was very good. Thank you, Mr. Frank Lampard. I expected some unbelievable BS of a lineup, but the lineup was good. We saw Noni Madueke start again. We saw Mudryk start, which was good to see. We'll talk about the player performances down the track. Havertz is someone I didn't want to see. I wanted to see David Dutcher Fofana. Once again, we'll talk about all of this down the track. In midfield, Enzo Fernandez, Kante, Gallagher. Gallagher had a very, very good game in terms of the goal and his work rate. There are other bits and pieces that we'll talk about as well. In defense, we had Ben Chilwell, we had Chalobah, we had Thiago Silva, we had Badiashile, who's back into the team, and goalkeeping position is Kepa. So the lineup for me was actually pretty all right, and I was somewhat confident that we could perhaps do something. But still, nonetheless, before the match, I predicted 2-1 loss and kept with that. And as the game started, ladies and gentlemen, there was a lot of energy from us. Good to see so much energy, but the energy quickly dried out after the first 15 minutes. Look, we scored the goal, but it was a basketball game. It was really a back-and-forth basketball game. There wasn't much control, even though Frank Lampard post-match said, we fully controlled that game. In all honesty, I don't think we fully controlled that game. Even in the second half, before we started scoring, if it wasn't for Thiago Silva's tackle, that was crucial at 1-1, Bournemouth were looking like they were going to threaten. They were going to score against us. They were looking dangerous. After the first probably 10 to 15 minutes in the second half, they were looking like they were clear-cut winners in that match until we had that foul and Ziyech with that free kick. But yeah, in the first half, good energy, great cross from N'Golo Kante and Gallagher. Gallagher, do you know what? Look, this is what I'm going to say about Gallagher. A lot of people getting very excited after that goal, and they're like, do you know what? We should keep Gallagher. Look, let's be honest. Gallagher's still not Chelsea quality. I would still get rid of him. In this particular match, though, thank you so much for the goal. Really, really good finish for the header, the energy he showed. Straight off the bat, the whistle went off at first half to start. He went in with a slight tackle to win the ball. This is the level of energy and intensity he brings. But after the goal, I have to say, there wasn't too much that I saw from Gallagher. But look, the work rate, he was always there to cover. And with his recovery pace whenever N'Golo Kante would bomb up. So I do appreciate that. But once again, look, with Gallagher, I want him sold. I really do. I'm not going to be one of those people that's going to start flip-flopping now after this particular match thinking, do you know what? Let's keep him. Nah, look, man, we've had 6 losses in a row. It's been a shambolic season. I'm not going to twist my mind now off the back of one victory in a blue moon. So thank you, Gallagher. But at the end of the day, let's have the perspective lined up. Second goal, Hakim Ziyech. Look, let's be honest, man. We were all saying when Frank Lampard was doing those mad substitutions, we were like, what's going on, Frank? Chilwell gets injured, and the smart thing would have been Lewis Hall, but you're bringing in Azpilicueta and Nani Madueke, who was playing well, deservedly, probably should be man of the match. There are other candidates as well, but he was having a fine game, and he was taken off for Ziyech. But look, luckily enough for Frank Lampard, the subs have worked out. Ziyech, lovely delivery. Buddy Shield scores as well. Kudos to Buddy Shield for being out of the team and putting on a really, really good performance. There were some heavy touches, heavy passes, from defense, but lovely goal. Straight to the keeper, but the keeper parried it into the goal. Nonetheless, was hit with a lot of power. And the third goal, Raheem Sterling. This is why I've always said, ladies and gentlemen, I've not given up on Raheem Sterling. Never have. Has he been poor in recent times? Of course. But I've also seen earlier parts in the season where he's been really, really good under Thomas Tuchel. And then there was that middle portion when we were going through wins under Graham Potter. Sterling and João Felix, they had some really, really good chemistry, along with Kai Havertz. That portion where we went through victory against Leicester, victory against Leeds, a victory against Dortmund. That portion was really, really good to see. Sterling, for me, under a good environment, much like everyone else in this team, under a better environment, under a coach that actually has an idea. Let's be honest. Frank don't have no idea. That's keeping it a buck and being very nice about the situation. Under a coach that has an idea, that has a plan, that can galvanize this team and motivate this team, I think players like Raheem Sterling will shine. Even João Felix. Lovely run from Raheem Sterling. Nice first time finish from João Felix as well. And so happy for João Felix. I mean, his celebration, I thought he was pointing to his name, his name at the back, but he was actually looking back now, was showing the Chelsea jersey. Look, he cares. He truly does care. He really does enjoy being in London. All the reports that have been dropping in recent times about him wanting to stay at London, I think it's true. The player really wants to be here, and hopefully Frank finds a way. I do understand Felix needs to work harder off the ball, but this whole idea of keeping him away from the starting lineup, if anything, this particular match, João Felix from the beginning could have hurt Jason Bournemouth a lot. But now, let's talk about some player performances. Let's talk about the players that didn't feature at all in this particular match in terms of not even being in the squad. Players like Chukwuemeka, players like David Datra Fofana. Are there any other players? But yeah, these two players specifically, I don't know what the future is. Chukwuemeka, how he's not even featuring in the squad, at least in the bench. It's sad. And in recent times, I've said it. In a sorry season like this, it would have been good to see Chukwuemeka as a feel-good factor story. I think we missed the boat on really developing this player. David Datra Fofana, Kai Havertz. What did he do in this match? Nada. He's done nothing. He got bullied by the defenders, got the ball stolen off him, got pushed around. He did nothing. David Datra Fofana is a proper striker. I don't know, once again, what we're thinking and doing, with David Datra Fofana. What is the future? We're buying all these young players, but what is the future? Lewis Hall probably should have come on when Ben Chilwell got injured. Ben Chilwell, look, as much as I think he's a leader, I truly do think he's a leader. I'm not one of those fans that are thinking, Ben Chilwell is a rubbish player. He's been rubbish in recent times. No, don't get me wrong. Even this match against Bournemouth, he's not been good. And lately he's complaining a lot as well infield, which he needs to stop. But I do think he's a leader. I do think in the future, once he gets sorted with his injuries, he can be a very, very important factor for us. We've seen it. I'm not gonna sit here and try and be oblivious about the situation that Ben Chilwell is a very good player. But these injuries, man, another hamstring, seems like he's going to be out for the rest of the season. This is what Frank Lampard's saying. I'm worried, man, because every time he goes for that one blockbuster sprint, he could do his hamstring again, and it is a dangerous situation next season. Obviously, Cucurella at the moment is injured as well, so there's a bit of issue around that. But Ian Martin, do we perhaps think about Ian Martin and not really jump the gun that we should sell him? Ian Martin But what do we do? Who needs to go? Cucurella we just bought. Chilwell, he signed a contract extension, but the injuries are quite scary. Quite scary if this continues, and along with Reece James as well. These injuries, they look like they're not there to go away yet. They're going to be around with these players. They're now truly labelled as injury prone. Let's talk about Kepa. Kepa, look, not too much to do. There were a couple of really decent saves as well. But one thing I did like about Kepa in this match, on set pieces, especially corners, he did come out and try and punch the ball quite a few times. Some people were blaming him for the goal that Bournemouth scored, but that was a lovely finish, man. There's no way Kepa was going to save that. There's absolutely no way. They ripped us through the middle, and then they found the opportunity in front of the, inside the box, and well taken by Bournemouth to score that goal. That was Thiago Silva sort of pushing forward and then, missing the marker, and then there was space behind. But Thiago Silva, look, to be honest, overall I thought it was very, very good. Once again, one of our standout defenders, along with Badiashile. If it wasn't for Thiago Silva's tackle, big tackle on Dominic Solanke at 1-1, and I truly do believe he got the ball. I don't think he got the man. He truly got the ball. You can see it. If you stop the footage, you can see he got the ball. And at that point, if Dominic Solanke scores and we go behind 2-1, I think that's a different game then. But Badiashile, very, very good, gets himself that goal. Kudos for him to coming back into the team, and I hope it stays this way. But some of the passes from defense, he's just got to watch. Like, I know he wants to zip those passes in, I get it. And maybe the recipient of those passes should have better ball control, better first touch. But some of those passes as well, very, very heavy, and just needs to have the right weight on it. Chalobah, interesting, playing as an inverted right back. Probably needed to be like that. Didn't want Chalobah to be overlapping, to give us a bit more control in midfield by staying inverted, which allowed for Noni Madueke to be out wide. Madueke, very, very good. I think this guy definitely one for the future. One definitely for the future. Shows desire, passion, but at the same time, quality. The only thing I'll say about Noni Madueke that he needs to work on is the final third. Because he loves staying very wide on the right side, and he doesn't really cut back in too much. He tries to go, on the outside. He does need to develop that right foot then, if that's what he's going to do. I wouldn't mind seeing him on the half spaces and someone else out wide. Say, for example, we've seen if it's a right back that's going to bomb forward, maybe the right back can be the furthest, widest player, and Madueke more sort of in the half space, and then feeding those passes to Madueke, who can then turn and maybe cut and play with his left foot. That's yet to be seen. His shots as well sometimes a bit weak, but look, he's brave enough to take the players on. He's brave enough to be a little bit more creative over there as well. I like the look of him. I really do. Mudryk on the other side, ladies and gentlemen, look, if I'm being absolutely honest, I think there is quality there, but there's a lot of work that needs to be done. There's a lot of work. I know some of you guys might not like this, and I see heaps of people hyping him up in social media, but let's be honest, Mudryk has a lot of work to do. This match, first touch and the left side, there were a couple of really good moments where he dribbled, but then the play keeps breaking down on that side. And that's not all his fault. It's Chilwell's fault as well. But some of the first touches, some of the decision-making, there's plenty of work to be done. And I'm hoping with the right manager and the pre-season, next season, he can come good. Enzo Fernandez was a standout midfielder for me. The way he was distributing the ball, first half, second half, was sensational. There's a lovely picture of him and Frank Lampard right at the end of the match, giving themselves, holding themselves. That was really, really good to see. N'Golo Kante, look, you know what the good is, which is, off the ball, he'll win you the ball, he'll intercept. With the ball, he gets himself into tasty positions. Then he puts on a cross. But then there are other times where, the pass in the final third. But you can't blame N'Golo Kante. Someone said in my live chat, he's cute, He's cute, though. So, look, it's not going to happen with N'Golo Kante. Frank Lampard post-match said, N'Golo Kante is very important. A few people have been saying he's a defensive midfielder, he's a DM. He's not disciplined enough to stay as a DM. He's someone who loves chasing the ball, loves to be box to box. If he can just improve on that final pass, which I don't think he will now, but I think we have to take the other parts of his games more than what he can deliver in the final third, and at times he does deliver. Gallagher, as I said, nice goal, but I would still sell him. I would still sell him down the track. And Kai Havertz was, for me, absolutely rubbish. Didn't really give us anything, if I'm being honest. Didn't at all give us anything. And the bench players, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Sterling was good. Ruben Loftus-Cheek was okay. Nothing special to say. Ziyech, obviously, lovely delivery. Besides that, one or two good moments. And that's about it, really. Look, 3 points in the bag. Let's celebrate. Let's have a good weekend. Frank Lampard snapping his losing streak as well. Kudos. Kudos to the team. Celebrate. And kudos to the owners for avoiding relegation. And off the back of this, I truly do believe we're probably going to announce Poch now. There's a good feeling off the back of a win. So let's get that Poch announcement done and dusted. Good time to do that. I think so. And maybe they've been waiting for this situation. Hopefully we, take advantage of it. And then next up is Nottingham Forest. Let's see if we can get a victory against them. But good to see that we're not going to get relegated, man. Mathematically, we are safe now. And let's build on it. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know how you felt about this match in the comment section. And Jason Bournemouth 1, Chelsea 3. No 007 for Frank Lampard. Truly appreciate it. Until next time, everyone. Take care. See ya.